everyone, Joanna Wilson here and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, I am a Cambridge graduate who is on an absolute mission to support as many students out there as possible through COVID and throughout their entire academic journey. The topic of today's video is going to be on the Cambridge application process. So this has been quite an asked for video. And also I just think it's one of those that as someone who might be thinking about applying to Cambridge or Oxford, it's just some good things to know about the timeline and how things tend to work.
Just work, shooting.
Now, if you don't know already, when you apply to any university, it's through a system called UCAS, and that's exactly the same for Cambridge and Oxford as well. You do apply through UCAS, but the first thing to note is that the deadline for the UCAS application is much earlier. It's about 3 months earlier actually than the normal UCAS deadline. So for this year, 2020, the UCAS deadline is the 15th of October. And on UCAS, you have to fill in lots of information about yourself, your personal details, and the grades that you received over the previous years. And then also you will put in your course choice, your university choices, and your personal statement on your UCAS. A couple of things to think about whilst doing this, especially for Cambridge, is the course and obviously the college. Now, if you want to talk about Cambridge collegiate system, I can do this on a separate video, but Cambridge and Oxford are built up of lots of different colleges, and this will be where you live and where you do certain academic things called supervisions or tutorials. So it's like in-house learning, and you can either apply to a specific college or you can put in an open application and you might be given a college from Cambridge. So those are just things to think about. And like I say, if you would like a more in-depth version of the collegiate system and how it all works, then I can do that on a separate video. So after you've applied to Cambridge, you also receive what's called a Supplementary Additional Questionnaire. I'm pretty sure that that's what SAQ stands for. And this is due in a week after you have put in your UCAS application. So the 15th of October this year is the deadline for UCAS, and then the 22nd of October is the deadline for the SAQ. And this includes just a couple more extra details about yourself, about your application. They often want to know what modules you're doing in your A-levels and potentially your UMS marks from your mocks or from your GCSEs. And then there's also an additional personal statement just for Cambridge section, which is optional whether or not you want to fill in. But obviously Cambridge have to appreciate that you're not just applying to them, and you are applying to maybe different courses out of the universities. So if you want to write anything that's Cambridge specific, then you can do so in your supplementary additional questionnaire. Now, between the SAQ and the interview stage, there can be written assessments. Specifically, there is the BMAT for medicine students. They have to sit that. But also, depending on what college and what course you are applying for, you might have some written assessments between the SAQ and the interview stage. However, a lot of colleges and courses do a couple of written assessments actually when you go to interview. So about 75% of applicants get invited to interview, and they take place in the first couple of weeks of December. And usually for each course, you will have 2 interviews. When you arrive, they're about half an hour each, and you may, like I said, have to sit some written assessments on the day of your interview as well. Now, this is a really good opportunity for you to see if Cambridge is for you, as much for them to see if you are for Cambridge. You can really get to look around your college, you can really get to know the place and get to know the sort of thinking and learning styles that they are looking for to go to the university. So you can get as much out of this day as possible and definitely come away from it feeling like, yep, I really want that offer, or you actually, you know what, I don't think this is for me. I think I wouldn't be that bothered if I got the offer or not. Now, after the interviews, it is a bit of a waiting game. So the interviews are the first couple of weeks in December, and the decision is at the end of January. Now, between that, what can happen is you could potentially be put into what they call the pool. Now, the pool is a place for students who the college that interviewed you believe you are good enough to come to Cambridge. However, they don't have enough available spaces for you at their college. So a college might have 6 spaces available for natural scientists, and they might have 8 candidates that they think, you know what, these all deserve a place. So they would choose the 6 that they personally wanted and then put the other 2 into the pool. Likewise, another college might have 10 spaces available for natural scientists, and they might only have 5 students that they really liked and wanted to give an offer to. So what they can then do is take students out of the pool and give them an offer to their college. So when it gets to that end of January, you might not receive an offer from the college you applied to. And if this is the case, that means that you've been put in the pool and taken out by another college. And that basically is the reason that we've got that long period of time between December and the end of January to make those decisions. It's a very, very fair decision-making process, and I can guarantee no matter which college you apply for, or if you put in an open application, if you deserve to go to Cambridge and get a place, you 100% will. What happens after January then? If you get your email or letter or both saying that you've got an offer from Cambridge, then that's not all well and good. You can't just stop working for the year. You have to get those grades, and they are getting very, very closer for most subjects now to 3 A stars. I know a couple of them are still at 2 A stars and an A, and if it's less than that, then it's on its way up. So you need to make sure that between getting the offer in January and getting those results in August, you are doing your utmost, hardest work in order to achieve those grades. Fingers crossed, everything going well. In August, you'll get the grades that you need and you'll be heading off to Cambridge. So thanks for watching this short and sweet video about the Cambridge application process. I hope you found it insightful, and I've set out a bit of a timeline now for what it's going to look like. Please like and subscribe, and if there's any other videos that you want me to do overviews on or give you advice on, then please comment them down below. Keep smashing it, and remember, anything is possible if you just work. Bye!